one. Hello, and welcome, one and all, to Topical Drinks. And we got a special guest today.
Sorry, that's the wrong sound effect. That's what I was
going. Nice.
Now the winner of 2 awards now. One of best setup and one of only with soundbar, best soundboard, I should say. Introduce yourself, Mr. Guest.
Yes. What's up, everyone? My name is DJ Flipside from Chicago and currently living in New York. But yes, yeah, I mean, how much of an introduction do you want? Official DJ for the Chicago Bulls, producer in the music group called Jump Smokers, Emmy Award winner, producer, and yeah, I make music. I do music and videos and streamer. Yeah, that's
there we go.
And I do radio in Chicago, 104.3 Jams. I was on B96, Flipside at 5 forever. Yeah, there's a lot. let's just keep it short, right? Let's just do that.
There we go.
We can talk about all that if we need to.
Great. And as we always start off after introducing the guest is, what are we drinking? Flipside, what are you drinking?
So I made a sparkling Arnold Palmer because I don't drink alcohol. I'm actually allergic.
Oh, damn.
So my topical drink is I made it myself. I made iced tea and I put sparkling lemonade in it.
JP, did you not vet our people?
I told you guys this. Don't give me shit. We also had an entire month of dry January, so we all did this anyways.
That was our first month of
I don't know
doing
about
everything.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, not all. I was not. I was plenty drunk. All right, Yadu, what's up? What are you drinking?
I just have some Kahlua and rum.
Kahlua and rum.
Nice.
Awesome. And also, how's Gen Z going?
I don't want to talk about it.
Great. Awesome. All right, JP, what are you drinking?
I made myself a whiskey sour, and like I do when I can't think of a drink right beforehand.
All right.
Busy.
What kind of whiskey's in there?
Oh, what kind of whiskey? Yeah, good question.
Bushmills, you know,
Okay.
top shelf stuff.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Well, you can mix those Bushmills,
It's
right?
available.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one of those just available whiskeys type thing to mix. Yeah. Gabe, what wine are you drinking?
I am drinking a wine. Did you see me drinking it already? Well, it's a red
No,
wine.
I just guess. You always do.
The grape is Gamay. It's from the makers Beaujolais Village. These guys are pretty cool.
The grape is gay. What? Sorry, I didn't hear much.
Gamay. I think it's
Jeez.
Yeah, it's
Gamay. Okay.
Yeah, it's a red grape from this region of France, and it's good. I like it. It was opened 2 days ago, so this is very experimental. It was resealed again, but I think it tastes fine.
Ooh, I don't know about resealed red wine though.
It's fantastic.
You're not supposed to do that. I thought you were supposed to open the wine and drink the whole thing.
Why do they sell the resales? Why do they sell the resales?
For people that don't know the rules.
Resealed?
Yeah, vacuum.
That's the question.
Vacuum, exactly.
There you go.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Pause. Yeah.
With the sucking thing.
As
for me,
okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. You can continue talking about sucking. Anyway, so as for me, as usual, if I don't have enough time, I always, just like JP, but I go for beers, and I'm gonna go with my classical Moore's Brewery here in Chicago. They just opened up a brewery, I think, somewhere in either Wicker Park or Logan Square, I think, somewhere there. Like I said, I've met the guys that were making this when they were just small. They were only like selling it in Southside, like I think one South grocery store, and they were at a bar, 16th Street Cafe. Shout out to those guys. They were there promoting it. And it was like maybe a year, or months before I moved out to the burbs. So when I was living in South Loop, and these guys were just so small, only two groceries. And then once I moved up, they were selling it at the local Mariano's up in Vernon Hills. And it was like, I'm ready to move. They're here, and they're growing. They're still growing. Now they moved up to Logan Square and all that. So Anyway, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh,
There's the
cheers.
Cheers.
It's always funny how you're drinking Moore's Brewery, and I'm always drinking More Brewery.
Yeah, this is better. These guys,
I don't know.
These
We'll
guys
have
make
to-
it. These guys make it with love. All right, they make it.
Maybe
with
we
love.
could have both owners on at different types because I could get the owners on. So
Oh,
that wouldn't be
really?
a bad idea. Yeah.
Let me
JP
ask
knows
my.
everyone.
I'm
That
going.
is pretty much my job here to get all the people on here.
Bourbon Night Consortium, what's up? More for the wins. Oh, more for the Moors. MOOR. Apostrophe. All right, I'm not gonna fight with the chat now. It's too early to fight with the chat right now. All right. So yeah, you know what? Let's start off. DJ, what's up? So you DJ. I tried to DJ. Oh shit, my Alexa just I don't know why my Alexa just went off.
Miniature turntable here.
I know, sir. I tried to DJ.
always
Here we
something.
go. Yeah, right here.
Nice.
Another, as I said, another one of those like midlife crisis purchases.
That
and
wasn't
stuff like
an
that.
impulse buy.
That was a very much not an impulse buy. Maybe, yeah. Let's keep it with that. But I should have stuck with the guitars back there, obviously. But I'll do that later when I'm like not busy. So, you can you know what? How does someone start out being a DJ?
That was going to be my question too. So yeah.
Right. Aside from buying the board, which this is a Pioneer FLX4, which everyone said is like beginner friendly. But yeah, go ahead.
It really, really depends. Like, how did I start? Like, because that was way different times. Because right now, if you're talking 2025, how do you start? First thing is, buying the controller, getting music. Now they have, depending on which program you're using, you can actually link it up with like streaming apps. So you don't actually have to buy music anymore. You just subscribe to a streaming app, let that music be in your DJ program, and then learn how to DJ through that. So it all depends on what your goal is trying to be, right? Like if you're trying to DJ in clubs, if you're trying to DJ at parties, or if you're just trying to DJ for your friends, you got to figure out what your goal is going to be, because those are all different kind of paths. DJing for a club is way different than DJing for a wedding. Way different for DJing for a bunch of people at a bar. Like bars are different than clubs. Like even that, like that's a totally different mindset, totally different playlist. So like, there's all of those things. You have to kind of figure out what you want to play, and then obviously practice and learn how to actual DJ, learn how to beat match, learn how to program. Programming is like probably one of the most important things for a DJ that people don't really understand, which is programming is picking which song to go when. Like, which song do you play at 10 o'clock? Which song do you play at 12 o'clock? Or if I'm looking at this crowd and looking at this audience, are they feeling hip hop, or do they like want to hear dance music, or do they want to hear, like oldies, 80s? Like all that, it has to go with programming. And it's like, that is actually one of the most important parts of a DJ, because I've seen DJs that are technically horrible, but they have great programming and can pick songs and like win over a room by their selection of music. But I've seen guys that are like technically amazing, don't know how to play the right music, and lose an entire room no matter how dope they are. So like, just learning music, learning obviously like if you play the guitar, so you know how to count measures, like things like that, and bars and stuff like that. Like just having some musical thing, but just practicing and then figuring out what you want to do. If you want to be in the club, if you want to be in the bar, and it's all networking. All that is networking. Just figuring, knowing the right people, going out to these places, meeting people, shaking hands, talking to people, not being an asshole. That's key. But like that's essentially the DJ part of it. Is only one part. Like the actual skill part of it is actually one part of being a DJ nowadays, because now it's social media and all that stuff.
Yeah. So a question for you is, how does it compare to when you started? Like when you started, kind of like that Beck song, 2 turntables and a microphone. That's how I remember it being. And now it's just completely different, right?
Yeah, because I started when I was 13 years old. And back in those days, back in my day, it was
13,
Crates of Records. Yeah.
Yep.
So it was Crater Records. I actually, my older sister had a friend that was a DJ who loaned me like 3 Crater Records, and I learned how to mix all those together. If it was like hip hop, it was house, it was techno, and like I learned how to like play actual vinyl, pitch a beat match on vinyl and do all of that and worry about, is it sunny? Is it too hot that my records are going to be warped if I'm DJing outside? And like, all these other technical aspects. Is the speaker too close to the turntables where the needle's going to skip? And like, there's all these different things that you have to worry about back then, where now it's just, if you have a laptop, you have a USB stick, you can just plug in, and don't have to worry about any of that. Like, exactly.
There's no needles here. There's no needles here.
I mean, like,
work
if you think about it, 3 crates of records is probably like 75 records per crate, maybe. So, or no, that's probably 75 for all 3 crates. But now you can fit 3 million songs on a hard drive and just bring that. Like the timing of DJing from back then is so different, and the technology has advanced. And you can see there's always different DJs. Oh, you don't spin vinyl, you're not a real DJ. But then there's other people. Oh, you don't play with controllers. There's always these kind of little battles that people have. But it comes down to it is, are you entertaining? Can you make the crowd move? Like, that's really the goal.
Yeah.
Okay. You did mention one thing though, and I am kind of curious though. So it sounds like you have to, when it comes to programming, you definitely have to have like at least branching paths, right? Branching like programs and stuff, because it sounds to me like if you go in, like, they hire you for a venue or whatnot, you already kind of know what, like, at least the venue is about. Like, they're not going to like, hey, you're not going to play like dubstep on some place that's like more country, or, you get what I'm saying? Or I don't know, that might be an extreme, right? But is there cases that you might have like a situation that you're in a venue and it's kind of, it goes anywhere, right? And now you're like, you yourself have to plan out and say, okay, I feel like they're not feeling it with this EDM. Maybe, and I feel like they're either more hip hop or maybe they're more like Latino or anything like that. Have you ever had that case that like you essentially had to like switch up to a new branch essentially of your program?
I mean, so obviously there's levels to this, right? So you could be at a level where you walk into a crowd or club or bar and nobody has any idea who you are. So then you have to kind of conform a little bit to what they expect. But there's also the level of where you get to where everybody's there for you. You're the star. They're coming to hear what you do.
Right.
So then there's that part of it too, when then they want to see how creative you can be because they know that's what you do. Like, you do X, Y, Z. You're known for this, so we come here for that. So like, but I've been in situations, when I'm starting and I know this is like dance music. Actually, here's an example. So I started doing clubs in Chicago in around 2000, right? 2000, 2001. And in that era, the nightclubs in Chicago was predominantly dance music. Like, you'd hear house music, you'd hear progressive house, you'd hear like Euro music, I don't know if you guys even know some of those Euro songs, but like it was predominantly dance music. I was working with a guy named DJ Speed, who's actually, he was one of the first hip hop DJs on B96. And he's the one who helped like kind of bring me on. And we go into this place, and Speed is known on the radio, B96, for playing hip hop. So in a place where everywhere is dance music, we come in and we play about 50 minutes of dance and then 10 minutes of hip hop. And, the promoter's like, why are you playing hip hop? What are you doing? What's going on? Blah, 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 blah. And we're like, just watch. So we played, Biggie Hypnotize, Rough Riders Anthem, like things that are like super, like we know these now, but like then it was like newer records for them.
Hey, Yadu, Gen Z, do you know anything that he just said in terms of Biggie? You know Biggie? You know?
Yeah, no biggie.
Okay, cool. All right,
Oh,
continue.
Yeah. So
Rough Riders, DMX,
yeah.
RIP.
Yeah. So like they saw that the crowd was reacting to what we were doing in those 10 minutes of hip hop. So every week we do that on, it'd be like 50 minutes dance, 10 minutes hip hop, and people would start really, really liking the hip hop. And then eventually it became 40 minutes, 20 minutes, and then it became 30 minutes, 30 minutes. And a lot of people were like, I can't believe you guys, you're playing hip hop and it's so awesome. It's so refreshing and blah, 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 blah. So this was like one of those situations where we kind of trained them that, hip hop is okay. You could play hip hop in these rich, social party, like these celebrity nightclubs, and it's okay. Fights aren't going to break out. You can do it. And other clubs started to see what we were doing because they were talking about we were at a club called Custom, and they were like, yo, why is Custom popping off like every weekend? Like, what is happening? Like, it's Speed and Flipside are playing hip hop, like, and it's working. And it's like,
so you guys kind of started a cultural shift.
When we're talking about in these rich like celebrity clubs, it was always just dance music. So then for us to introduce the hip hop and show that it can work, we help break that hip hop into that world, which is
That's awesome.
really, really, really crazy because they were so scared, but we really helped bridge that gap and show that you can play a Euro record on the same night as you can play a Biggie record, a Jay-Z record, all of that. So I feel like that was one of those situations where we kind of took, hey, we know this is great. And you might not know it yet, but you're gonna get into it, and it proved to work. So,
That's awesome. That's cool.
All right.
I didn't know there was that influential shift back then. That's kind of cool. I hear that.
But okay,
Yeah.
but in terms of shift now, since if we get on that same topic, then what is the shift now? I guess like, I know EDM is probably the rage right now. I could be wrong, but
it
depends.
See, EDM is like a broad term,
right? It's an umbrella.
Yeah. So it's not like every club you're gonna hear dubstep or you can hear it all depends on the clubs. So there's the bottle popping clubs where it's like hip hop and like it's majority hip hop, but then there'll be dance music. Now it's still like the gap of like 50-50 of going back and forth. It's depending on where you at. A lot of it, they don't want to hear EDM. They just want to hear hip hop, or they want to hear. Actually, the big shift is there's a lot of disco has been coming back.
Really,
and people are playing. Oh yeah. There's a lot of spots where disco. It's not just disco. It's like remixes of 2000s music with disco beats. Or things like that. It's kind of cool where they're making these remixes of very, very popular songs, but making them disco, and it's actually doing really, really, really well. And you could still throw it back to like ABBA and
gimme
and stuff like that.
Oh,
but gimme, all that
slaps.
And like
every time it comes,
you could do like deep cuts like that, or you could do. Now, those aren't even deep cuts. Those are like the in-your-face disco. I mean, some people are playing YMCA, but like that's not like they're like whatever.
But
like you get like real disco cuts, like First Choice and like Earth, Wind and Fire and like stuff like that, and then remixes of that, and just making them more modern. That's actually been it's been a really, really cool thing. I mean, you think about like Dua Lipa, and like how she's got such a big disco sound to her, and like that's been a big push, and like as long as it's sing along, they like it. Like all the Chapel Roan, like Pink Pony Club is huge.
Oh yeah, and my girls
like
love
remixes
that.
of
8 and 6, they love that song.
Yeah, so all the Sabrina Carpenter and Taylor Swift, all that stuff. They just want to sing along.
So
right.
How many years have you been playing for now? like in clubs and venues?
I mean, I started DJing when I was 13, so
So that's 30 years.
Yeah,
We're getting old.
Yeah.
So has
Yeah.
has there ever been a moment where the music shifted to kind of what was trending was not your style of music, but you had to play it anyway? Like, do you often play music you don't enjoy yourself because that
Oh,
is
yeah.
what's going on? Ah,
Yeah, because everything is gonna have its moment, you know, like it all depends on where I'm at. Like if I'm DJing for the Bulls, like at a Bulls game, like I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say like I'm the biggest knowledgeable person about country music, but I know some stuff. So and I know that there's an audience in that stadium that's gonna want it. So yeah, I'll drop some country or I'll drop some stuff. But I always try to do it in my own way, in my own style. That's what sets me apart from somebody else who just plays a song. I'll find a way to make it fit next to something that you might not expect and make it sound good. Like we were talking about programming, you know. You could just if you can make it work, then it's different.
That is also actually very important because I do remember back in college, I wasn't okay. I'll say this: when I was in high school, going into college, I was the edgelordy guy, like listening to prog rock, like Limp Bizkit, like Korn type of thing. Which, by the way, this yeah, Korn is actually going to be in Lollapalooza this year. They just gave the
Yeah, I saw that.
They gave it out a couple days ago, so I signed myself up to try to get tickets and stuff like that because I'm like, my high school self is just like Korn. Oh my god, I remember that stuff, right?
Yes.
Don't read the lyrics.
First two albums.
Yeah, don't read the lyrics though. Don't read the lyrics. But no, going back to what I was saying, Lo, there was always a misconception to me. Every time I go to the clubs, it's like, oh, well, all the women are in the clubs, so you got to go to the clubs. But for me, it was like most DJs to me felt like they were really just hitting the next button on their Apple or whatnot, right? I think now that some of these, like, you know, like the Pioneer set that I showed and everything came out, I think now we have more kids that are, you know, actually learning about transitions and like, you know, the beat matching and everything like that. But was there a time before that you started getting like places, venues, probably small bars here and there, just hiring whoever that just had an iPod, you know, or like, yeah, and just played necks and stuff like that? Was there like the dark times essentially for DJing?
I mean,
I would say.
most of the time, like, you know, in the earlier days, if you're DJing, then you understood what your job was, and you know you had to pay for the music that you were gonna play. So like you know you really were selective on what you were getting. So you're not just gonna play like you cared about the art of it.
Right.
I mean, you know, you have wedding DJs that don't mix at all. They just press play and then fade in, fade out. You know,
Right.
I've seen
expensive.
so I DJ'd in Las Vegas at a pool party. I can't remember which one it was, but I was actually I was headlining, and the person opening for me was Sasha Grey,
the porn star. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So
Gen Z, do you know porn? No. Okay, gotcha.
So
all right.
The way that she played was literally like an iPod. She pressed play, turned one fader up, and then turned the other fader down. And then she went to the next one, turned one fader up, turned the other fader down. And she's like, "How am I doing?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, you got good songs." So
you're like, don't quit your day job.
So, but I mean, but she's there because of her name, and she brings people in there. So to the promoter, they don't care.
But actually, that's a thing. That's still a thing, though. Like, obviously, like Paris Hilton, I think, tried to do DJing or music at one point. What's her name?
She's
better now.
I think
she's better. Well, yeah.
DJ set somewhere.
Hawktua, yeah, or like Elon Musk's ex girlfriend or ex wife or something. Grimes, yeah, she had.
Grimes was like a whole ass musician though.
No, she had like tried to do DJ. She's a musician, but like I guess not.
I mean, like
okay,
like a
so
singer.
do you know about what happened Do you know the story about the Grimes at Coachella? It was Coachella, right?
No.
Yeah, it wasn't Coachella. So like, so she did a set. Apparently, something bad happened. She started to say, "Oh, like it just was a complete mess." I guess you can say more about what about it.
Yeah. Well, because I'm a nerd, so I know the tech behind it. So
Uh-huh.
so basically, you have Rekordbox as the program that you use to set up your music for if you're just using USB sticks and you're using the Pioneer CDJ 3000s. You have to plug in your USB stick, and that's where all your music is. So when you use Rekordbox, it analyzes your music, and like it'll tell you, oh, this song is 128 beats per minute. This song is 124 beats per minute. This song is 140 or whatever. But that's where it gets tricky, because if it's 140 and up, sometimes it miscalculates it and says that it's 70 beats per minute instead of 140. So because she's not a real DJ in terms of knowing
Music.
how to beat match without a sync button, she hits the sync button and a song that's supposed to be 140 is playing at 70 beats per minute. So it's like double timing. So then she doesn't know how, whoever analyzed the file didn't change the BPM to be correct. So now her whole set is like all off beat. So she has to try to DJ without sync mode and she doesn't know how to do it. So then everything is crazy.
So,
And
Wow.
that's so she
For
stops in the middle of her set and just yells at like, I don't know what's happening, guys. I'm so sorry. And blah, 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 blah. Like my music's not reading right. But I'm just going to try to use my ears to DJ. And everyone's like, you're supposed to use your ears to DJ. so like
She has no
that's like
ears.
part
Oh,
of this.
man.
Yeah,
real
so
quick
that's
for
like the
people
part
in
of
the
prep.
chat. This is
Yeah.
the sync button when you have that Pioneer thing. And as a beginner, when I saw all the YouTubes, because I was just learning everything from YouTube, every one of them were just like, don't use the sync, but like learn without the sync button,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
If-
So
if you're doing
I
dance
never
music, it's
used that.
easy.
Right.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
but yeah, here in the chat, Idris Elba is a DJ. Yeah, he's actually a good DJ. Idris
Idris-
Elba is actually a good DJ. I've heard him DJ.
Really?
Oh.
I
He's
did not know
actually
she
pretty
actually,
good.
really. What about Rebecca
Yeah.
Black?
I know. Didn't
Isn't
she
that
do
like
a boiler
it's
room?
Fridays?
Did
Yep.
she do what's Boiler Room for the
Oh,
non-DJ people around here?
Okay. So boiler room started as a really, really cool thing.
Oh,
Where-
what? London, right?
Yeah, and like they'd have a DJ like in this room, and instead of like the DJ being like on one side of the room and everybody just facing him, they put or her, they'd put the DJ in the middle of the room and be surrounded like in the circle, and they'd be all close, like in the DJ booth with the guy. So then when he's like DJing, everyone's jumping up and down, and it just seems like a very intimate party, and it goes great. Like it just looks like the craziest party because everybody's in this room, and like really jam packed close. It's like sweaty. It's like it's also they call it's a boiler room, and they used to
Right.
have like some of the best DJs in there, like just having just really amazing sets. And then it got so big that like, oh, I want to do a boiler room set. I want to do a boiler room set, and then they started doing boiler room sets with all these people who are willing to pay them for the promotion to do boiler room sets. So now there's like DJs that aren't DJs doing boiler room sets just because like they have this huge following and that's the cool thing to be DJing with the boiler room on the boiler room channel. And like Rebecca Black did a DJ set, and her last song she did like a remix of It's Friday.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
I
It's
hate
always
it.
Friday. Yeah, all right.
Ugh.
You
Yeah,
do?
but-
That's like the one most like everybody's heard of it, and everybody like it gets stuck in your head.
I didn't know
It's
that was
Friday,
stuck in my head.
Friday,
Oh.
and
Yeah.
Sunday
Friday,
comes afterwards.
Friday. You're singing it so low. She was like way higher than that falsetto.
that part when
Friday.
she's like, today is Friday, tomorrow is Saturday, and Sunday comes afterwards. She's laughing. You guys don't know that song? I don't want to.
Yeah.
No.
So real
Yeah,
quick
yeah.
though, on our screen right now, so there is a Boiler Room Chicago. Is that the same organization?
No, that's a
Yep.
pizza spot. Is it?
No, it's not. Yeah, look at my screen.
No, I mean they do different events.
What?
Like Yeah. So they do it in different locations. So they, so
Ah,
That's cool.
Istanbul, Montreal. There you go.
So it's like a
Lagos.
traveling event, like Lala used to be.
No, but the
What
Chicago
Yeah,
Lala used
so
to
spot
be.
is straight up a
Well-
pizza bar, though.
No, dude, there you go. 13th of June. We should get tickets.
is that this year?
That's this year,
Who's there?
2025.
Who's there?
Oh wait.
Can we get
Oh.
DJ Flipside there?
April 15th.
Oh wait, no, we'd have to do it 14th.
Never.
The 13th is sold out. It says.
Oh, I'm gonna be in Maine.
Oh, boo.
Oh.
It doesn't. I don't think it says though. But anyway. But yeah, chat just said Rebecca Black will be in Lola too.
What?
That's awesome.
Finding words.
Oh, wow.
No, honestly, good for her. I think
Good for her.
she's kind of definitely like. I mean, she's definitely. I think she recognized how ridiculous her song was. I think.
Kid, right?
you know?
Young? Wasn't she young?
Yeah.
I just
She-
hate how much hate she got for it. Like
Yeah.
I'm glad that she made it out of that unscathed. Like
Oh, yeah.
not suicidal and like actually like made something big out of it.
Oh no, she definitely like she definitely did a right way, unlike Hawk Tua for sure. In terms of the like 15 minutes of fame type of situation. But here I got the lineup for Lollapalooza, by the way. So yeah, so there you go, Corn. Right there. Corn.
Yep.
That's my high school
Dochi.
self is giddy as
Dochi.
hell.
I don't know.
Dochi?
Dochi's on there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dochi's on there.
Oh, shit.
Dude, do you think we should
Actually,
do
a
like
pretty good
a-
lineup this year.
Should we do a topical
is.
drinks live from Lollapalooza? Do you think we can be big enough to get a
Yes.
booth like that?
Maybe in like 2038.
Big,
you know.
big enough with money. All you have to do is
not a real
buy one
year.
of the VIP spots.
Not a real
That's all you have to
year.
do.
Man, your
Uh,
cell phone data is
have you-
not working during Lala.
Yeah, no,
True.
no, we're gonna have to do other means.
We're gonna have to post it
Flip-
like it's gonna be
Flipside,
post
what-
production.
What? I've been following you a lot, obviously, because I've known you since like 4th grade.
There she is,
But-
Rebecca Black.
What is the biggest thing you played? You think?
Biggest thing that I've played.
Like
Um,
events? Sorry. Yeah.
I mean, so I've done a lot of dope stuff. Like I've done the All-Star game when it was in Chicago. I was DJing that game.
Sick.
I've done the NBA Saturday All-Star Saturday night in Toronto, which was the dunk contest with Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon,
Sick.
which
I
was
remember
Oh,
that.
cool.
the best dunk contest before Mac McClung.
Yeah.
like-
okay.
Yeah, he just
Took
it over.
like that was amazing, but probably one of the most memorable ones I've done. Like I was on tour with Pitbull
Oh, cool.
Oh,
and
cool.
Enrique Iglesias. And so like
Nice.
I've done like
Hey.
I did like a 25 city tour with them. It was Pitbull, Enrique Iglesias, and J Balvin before he was big. That was really, really dope.
How exhausting was that?
Pitbull and I'm sorry?
How exhausting was that? A 25 cities tour. Like,
So actually, so what's crazy about that is I was still working for B96 at the time. And I was doing my show Flipside at 5, which was Monday through Friday at 5 o'clock. I would go into the radio station and DJ live. I'm actually the first DJ in Chicago history to play live on the air at 5 p.m. like
nice.
on a Monday through Friday set.
Oh,
Really?
really?
So
On the way home
Nice.
from
Cool
work.
fact.
Yeah, cool.
There you go. Topical
Yeah,
drinks.
so-
We made history. We got a first timer for something in our chat. Could
So-
also get us Enrique Iglesias, maybe, please.
What was crazy about the tour was my boss at B96 was like, we will let you go on tour as long as any day that you're not doing a show for Pitbull, you fly home and do the radio show live. So I
Wow.
wasn't like on a tour bus
That's nuts.
with them. I was doing a show like in, Miami, fly home, do my radio show. Then there'd be another another date the next day, fly back to wherever, do that show, maybe do an after party, jump on a plane, go back. I was
Wow.
literally flying back and forth to make those work. So I'd
So-
have a couple days that'd be in a row in one city or two cities back to back, and then fly back, do B96, a couple days in a row, depending on how the tour dates like were routed. But like, yeah, there were days where it was literally nonstop, just traveling
Had to be
on the plane.
stressful as hell.
Yeah,
Hey.
and it was, and then if I wasn't live when I was doing the Pitbull show, I pre-recorded a show to send in. So then I was still like working on those days that I wasn't there live. But like, still, it was just like, not only was I doing a mix, I would also mixing live, and then I'd record a mix, and then doing, like all this, so much going on, the prepping for the show, for the Pitbull show, and then doing that show, and then like setting up, tear down, like all the things. And then, so that was like an crazy time. But I'd say probably one of my biggest shows was in Manila in the Philippines, where
and you're Filipino. There you go.
Yes, exactly. So it was like the homeland. So it was like the first outdoor EDM festival ever held in the Philippines.
Nice.
I was there with Afrojack, Cedric Gervais, Dev, Cobra Starship, and somebody else that was there that I can't remember. So we were like, it was outside of the Mall of Asia, and in their parking lot, and there was 100,000 people in the crowd. So that was literally the biggest thing that I could have done.
It looks like we got some Philippines in the chat. Actually, they're asking Homeland, was it 1,000 degrees?
Oh yeah, it actually wasn't that bad. I want to say it was probably like 80 degrees or so. Like it wasn't like 99 or anything like that, but it wasn't crazy humid. It was actually decent. It was hot, but it wasn't like we weren't dying. But it was also at night in our sections or during our set, so it cooled off a little bit at that point. So it was comfortable. It was awesome. Big stage, fireworks, like pyro, the whole thing. Like it was so dope. Always remember that.
Awesome.
So you mentioned you played with like Afrojack, and you've probably played with some other amazing or big stars, should I say? Could you think of any other like DJs out there that you just think of their level of technicalities and how they apply music theory is just like on another level that only someone who knows DJing can really appreciate? Who's out there that like really deserves more flowers because they are super duper amazing, you think?
Rebecca Black. No, just
You can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
yeah, we can still hear you.
So there was I mean, if you're talking about people, if you're talking locally,
Not just local,
or
but
you're
they
talking
they
like
can be pretty famous too, but like maybe they've been forgotten or not as heard about anymore. Someone who inspired you, perhaps.
yeah, if you're talking about like Jazzy Jeff is always one of my big influences.
Really?
Yeah, it's so like I have my top three it's Jazzy Jeff, Bad Boy Bill, and Dimitri from Paris. And they're all awesome for different reasons, right? Like Dimitri from Paris, not a lot of people like they don't really know who he is,
He's 61
but like
years old.
house DJs and like people who love disco and like he's been around for a long time. So he's always been one of my biggest one of my favorite DJs because the way he DJs is just so smooth and so clean. He doesn't really do anything like in terms of like scratching or anything like that. It's just his programming, his selection. He's got music that nobody has because he was able to get like the original like studio session of it and make a remix of it, like his own style of it. And it's like incredible. And then Bad Boy Bill is, he was on B96 and he was someone who I listened to on the radio growing up. And I wanted to be on B96 because of someone like Bad Boy Bill, because he was just creative. He scratched, doing house music and just like doing all the Chicago stuff. That's just so incredible and inspiring. And, to know that as he's come from a DJ to be a producer to like a smart businessman where he was a part owner of Beatport, which is a website where people can buy music for MP3s for DJs. It's like one of the first websites for DJs. Like he's just, and he's one of the nicest guys in the world. So like now that he's actually one of my friends now, like to know how down to earth and how awesome he is as a person is almost more inspiring than his accolades as a DJ is what's crazy. So like
awesome.
you have guys like that, and you got good guys like Jazzy Jeff who are just incredible on the decks, where he can do stuff technically that's awesome, that'll blow your mind just by watching his set. Every one of his sets has it's his own style, and you can tell, okay, that's Jazzy Jeff. Like that's the kind of shit that I like about DJ Jazzy Jeff. He's more than just being the sidekick of the Fresh Prince. Yeah, he's done so much as a DJ, and I think he's done. He just did something where he's creating the music for the World Cup when it comes in or something. I can't. He's doing something that's like on some other stuff that's happening because I guess the theme song for the World Cup because the World Cup is coming to the North America. The next
2026. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think he was involved in doing like a Philadelphia style version of the World Cup anthem. He's doing stuff outside of just hip hop, it's so fucking great.
Hold on, so they're making anthems for every host city?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
That's interesting. Damn.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I have one question though. Sorry, real quick, not to cut you off though. But when you're talking with all the DJs that you have that you make friends with and stuff like that, do you guys ever have like DJ jam sessions? You know how some people with like guitars would have like jam sessions. Like you guys just be like, really? Yeah.
Yeah. So, it really depends. Like you have guys that are scratchers. So then what happens is you'll play a beat and then it'll be like 4 bars. This guy will scratch and then the other guy will respond. So they call it question and answer. So it's like one guy will do a scratch and then the other guy will respond to his scratch, and then they'll just keep going back and forth. Or if there's like 8 guys in a circle, then each guy will just take a turn and they'll put their 2 cents in the conveation.
So it's like a dance-off type of situation thing. Wow. It's I respond question and answer though. I never heard of that term. That's cool.
So it's really, so that's like a DJ will do that. Or then you have if you're doing like a long set, you have what's called back-to-backs. So it's like one guy will play some records and the other guy will go. So then they're just like playing back to back, just trading off. You play this song. Let me play something better. Let me play something better. Let me play something, they kind of go back and do that. And then the crowd wins, because they're just trying to top each other. So it's really, really, really fun to see back to backs. That's become a lot. They're booking parties a lot more now where, these 2 DJs, you've never seen them play together, but now they're doing a back-to-back. It's kind of fun. Yeah.
It sounds like a very dueling piano type of situation, but with DJ sets essentially.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Totally.
Yeah. God, man, you make me want to dust this DJ thing off and try again.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's as long as you love the music that you're playing, then you're always gonna have fun doing it. So.
Yeah, and also this thing costs $300, so I can't return it, so I gotta use it.
I never understood.
Yeah, but Facebook Marketplace, man.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
On a small scale, I never understood it. I just have this strong, vivid memory. My father used to actually DJ for supplemental income because he worked in video, audio, technician, engineering type stuff for hospitality, and I remember. That's awesome. He would be doing DJ work on a computer. I remember I was being very loud playing video games once. And he was like, shut up, I'm trying to work here. And I'm like, you're not working, you're just making beats. And he got so mad. He was like, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. But anyway, then I realized, wait, there was this guy that would come visit the home sometimes. And he would listen to a few songs. And he'd be like, all right, we'll take this one and this one. I didn't know what was happening. Is he selling the song for the radio? I don't get it. How much, how does that work? How does the radio business work?
Oh, radio is a whole different thing. So what your dad was what your dad was probably doing was he was making beats for somebody who can sing on top of it or rap on top of it or do something like that.
Okay.
Potentially. Because if somebody's going to come in and say, I will take that beat, I'll take that beat, then, it could be either that or he's making music for, somebody who, hey, we need a commercial and we need music that's going to go in the background of this commercial. Like it could be, you could make, do that. But, when you're talking about radio, you're talking about the radio. I mean, the radio business is definitely dying because it's based on ratings, like people listening and then, you selling ads so that people can hear the ads, that's where the money things happen. But if people aren't listening, it's hard for people to spend money on, yeah. So what the way radio works is they're trying to play the best music in a limited amount of time for the people that can hear it, so that when they turn to your radio station, they hear a song that they know, that they love, that they'll sing along to, and then, not change the station. Oh. And so it's all based on ratings, right? So if the ratings are high, then they can sell more ads for higher costs. So if the ratings aren't high, then it's harder to sell ads, right?
Yeah.
So that's why you might hear the same song, 300 times a day within, the span of 2 hours. You might hear the song twice because not everyone's having the radio on that long that they'll turn it on and then, that's my song. I heard, yeah. Those are like the power records.
They're trying to use them like hooks, like in the fishing. They're trying to fish. And the hit songs are like hooks, and they're like, I like that song.
But but the way ratings actually work is through something called the people meter. So they only give this meter out to a certain amount of people, and those people are pretty much telling you what Chicago wants to hear, So it actually picks up the audio of what they're listening to and
okay.
Yeah, so it'll be if you're listening to B96, it'll get the frequency and record that, okay, he listened to B96 at 9:48 and then he turned off at 9:50. So then you could actually see, what was I playing at 9:50? Oh, we were playing Justin Bieber. Oh, that's why they turned off.
Damn,
so
it's JB. JB catches strays on the podcast. Damn, DJ.
Come on, Flip. But on that particular person, that's how it could have been. So it goes into that whole thing.
Nice. One of our
is that your cat's name is Justin Bieber or
no? Is that Cersei?
That would have been funny.
Or Thanos?
That's Cersei, one of our brands.
brand ambassadors.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I have one more question for you, Flip. So, what's the sexiest club that you can possibly play at in Chicago? Or they're a bunch at the same level? Like if you play
define sexy.
You gotta define that.
I'm trying to define it as in the upper echelon of clubs in Chicago.
Don't say soundbar. Don't say soundbar. My God, don't say soundbar.
No, it wouldn't be sound.
It wouldn't though.
Soundbar is music driven. They actually push the DJs to bring they'll have a lot of guest fluid flying in. Yeah, they do a lot of more the EDM stuff, the harder stuff. That's you don't have to. They don't have to be super commercial there. They're doing it for the dance culture.
But downstairs is hip hop,
man, for me because I fucking hate soundbar. But that's just my experience at soundbar.
What do you hate about it?
Oh God, everything. As a single, when you become single, on that, being there, it's just I don't know. As someone that's a big fan of clubs is the worst place for clubs, I would say. Oh, Radius. Yes. Someone just said Radius in our chat. Radius.
I want to hear about the clubs. Yeah. Oh, Radius. No,
I was just gonna say since you mentioned soundbar, I was actually I DJ'd the first night of soundbar opened
Oh,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So
So
it's
I
your fault that it's still alive. Oh my
shout
god, dude.
Shout out to DJ Flipside.
Oh.
Nice.
So I was I DJ'd the hip hop floor. So I
Nice.
DJ'd the
Yeah,
bass
downstairs.
the
Hip
basement.
hop.
And
Yeah.
then upstairs it would be like real house DJs, like real house music and stuff like that. So it was I got to play alongside of some really, really great DJs. And yeah, I was there like the first maybe 3 years that it opened. And yeah, it's
And
crazy
now-
that it's still open and still going.
Yeah,
That's
I think it's like what?
Wow.
How many years now? It's more than 10 now.
Yeah, it's still
Definitely more
going.
than
oh
10.
yeah, no, it's gotta be it's gotta be close to 20 now.
Yeah, close to 20 now.
Yeah.
Like it was definitely there when I moved to Chicago, and I moved to Chicago in 2012. So
Because
Yeah,
I was
it was there
going
before
there
that,
in
man.
my 20s, so
But like
Yeah,
Tao. Well, it used to be Castle
Yeah.
or Excalibur, but it's called Tao now, like the New York Tao.
no,
you-
before it was Excalibur, it was something
Yeah.
else too. It was
Castle, wasn't it?
no.
It was Castle after it was
Excalibur.
Excalibur.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
true. It was Excalibur, Castle, and then now Tau, I think.
Yeah.
But Tao's,
Yeah.
And then
Tao's
yeah,
like
the
a
other
different
side that was Vision.
giant club.
Right.
Tao is
So
like-
you gotta okay. So there definitely is a difference between like people that go to clubs not liking clubs, but that's where everybody is, and you get like kind of dragged into it. So my
We hate
experience,
the discussion.
right? was my experience would basically be the overpriced drinks, and basically having to compete with dudes that are like 1
Wait.
foot 2 feet taller than me. No, yeah,
Womp
you know that
womp.
sort of thing, right?
So-
It's called
Wah,
sexual
exactly.
selection.
Hey, do you have that in
Yeah.
your soundboard? Wah, wah.
Yeah. No, I took that out
He only
actually
has
because I didn't want to be
upbeat
negative.
things. Exactly. Why would he?
Well,
put
he's also got a weird Jaguar or Cougar. What was that?
That was cool.
Yeah, that was because I DJ'd for Northwestern University.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
nice.
There's parts where they
Nice.
needed me to play that, so that's why I had that on there.
That's
Okay.
hilarious. Shout out to Northwestern.
Do you have
Sorry, I should remove that actually.
a
Oh,
do you have like a bull, a charging bull, I guess, or something?
No,
Or
we
the
don't
Bulls
really have
opening-
a sound for
Bulls
that.
opening
yeah, for the
theme,
Bulls.
you know?
Wait, is
So
Northwestern
actually-
sound patent?
When was the last time you guys have gone to a Bulls game?
Oh my
been a
gosh.
minute.
A
Fucking
long
never.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gen Z doesn't like bulls. Apparently.
I can't remember the last time.
okay.
Yeah.
First,
At
I
least
should-
10 years.
Wait. I think
I
you have to
should-
give us tickets. Hold on. Let him talk. Like, what are your?
Not this year.
then
No.
I'll shut up because I was about to give a context.
Yeah.
I'm actually like was raised in Columbus. I'm a Cavs fan, so I've like watched the Cavs a lot. And actually, the only time I think I saw a Bulls game was in Atlanta back in 2009. Yeah, 2009. They were in Atlanta. So our boss at the time gave us Hawks tickets, and the Bulls were
Hawks.
there.
Nice.
So that was the only time I saw a Bulls game. I've never seen the Bulls in United Center. So
Okay,
Oh.
so
Yeah.
it's a totally different experience watching the Bulls at home, because of like the iconic intro, and like if you go to a game and you like see just the intro alone,
That
is
intro's
just,
great. That
is-
intro's great. I think about Michael Jordan. as
It's
soon as I hear it.
iconic because of Jordan
Yeah.
and like the serious thing,
Yeah.
the serious
Yep.
song. The song's
Yeah.
called Serious.
Yep.
And like, but so part of my job with the Bulls is doing some of the music for the videos that they have there too. So if you've been to a game,
Oh.
historic Bulls, replays and stuff like that, and then we have different music. We used to do. He's got a song called "The South Side," and I re-edited it. So instead of saying "I'm coming from the south side of the shy," I just made it say "I'm coming from the shy," and then like I took different announcers and re-edited it to the song and created like rap lyrics from different Common songs to make this like kind of video to talk about the history of basketball and the history of the Bulls. And like, there's all these cool things that happen in this. The video team made it this incredible video for it. And like, there's all these different opportunities that they give me to do music for these kind of things. So now all these videos lead up into, player introductions, or, the visitor team introduction, blah, 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 blah. And then blackout. And then it goes into this big cinematic video of like running of the Bulls. And it's like, animated Bulls that are running. And then I did the music for that leads up into Sirius. And all of that stuff kind of like, it just, when you go there and you see like the pyro comes up, or what, it just gives you chills.
Right.
And you to look at any other NBA team at their introductions, like nothing compares to the feeling you get from watching that. So you should definitely try to make it to a game.
I want to buy a ticket right now.
Maybe I should. When are the Cavs in town? Maybe I'll do it there.
Whoa.
You just missed them. You just missed them, actually.
Oh, I did. God damn. Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Actually DJ'd that game. I DJ'd against the Cavs.
Oh, you DJ'd. Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's really, really cool that they give me the opportunity to do things other than DJ for the game, is like make the music for these videos, which actually, leads to the Sugar Hill Gang thing that we did. I don't know if you saw that.
What's the Sugar?
So,
what is that?
So we did a halftime show with Sugar Hill Gang for the 50 years of hip hop, and we flew them in, and they performed at halftime. I did a special mix for them, and they performed it. But what's really cool is we did a side video, and we went to the Bulls locker room, and like I made an acoustic version of Rapper's Delight. So I made it. Are you guys familiar with Tiny Desk?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The NPR thing.
Watch it all the time.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So I did like a Tiny Desk version of Rapper's Delight. So I was I like played the beats. DJ Marquis, he played the keys, and then my boss Michelle, she was like, "Yo, we want to make this really, really dope." So like, she gave us the opportunity to bring Sugar Hill Gang in the locker room, film it, and then like I was actually like directing them. I'm like, "Hey, we kind of cut it to do this, and like, your rap is actually going to jump from this part to this part." And then I was like directing them, which is crazy to think that I'm directing, Sugar Hill Gang,
Nice.
and then
That's crazy.
Like it just became like this big video that we put on YouTube, and the Bulls put it on, and like, it ended up being so well received that we won an Emmy for it. And
oh, wow.
that's actually how I got the Emmy. So
I gotta
it's
find
like,
it then. Okay.
Yeah. It should be. I know I posted it on my Instagram. So
yeah. Do you guys see chat, viewers, Gabe, Yada? You guys hear that? We got an Emmy Award winner here
in the building.
What did you do?
Yeah.
Wait. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, he's gonna bring it out. He's gonna bring it out.
What I did was I mixed champagne with my red wine.
Oh, there's the Emmy.
Oh,
oh
nice.
Shit!
Ooh.
Nice.
How heavy is it?
Yeah, I was about to ask how heavy is it?
Weight. It's got weight to it.
Does it? But it feels so small. Like, is it just the base?
Yeah,
the base is heavy, but the top though, it seems, I guess, thin.
Nice. Where do you?
Fuck yeah, man! Oh, real quick, he mentioned Tiny Desk. I still gotta say, my favorite Tiny Desk concert, quote unquote, or event was with T-Pain. By the way,
awesome.
Yeah, that was the best one. The T-Pain one, that was really awesome.
Nice.
By the way,
Your camera.
By the way,
dead,
T-Pain is gonna be at Lola this year too. By the way,
I fucking love T-Pain.
that's another reason.
Hilarious.
That's another reason why I want to go to Lola this year. Corn and
I don't know
T-Pain.
if you guys saw this, but Moist Critical the other day. A
Moist?
video released on his channel.
Oh,
And it
that's
was just
Z.
T-Pain wearing a fucking wig. And he just goes, as a Z-list celebrity, I get asked to do a lot of stupid shit. And
Z-
sometimes I say yes.
He's a B at the minimum. He's up there. He's got like Grammys on top of it. Doesn't he got Grammys? Oh, I can't hear.
Cool.
How do you feel about the TikTok DJs? It's like, I don't know. There's this one guy on TikTok. He's a DJ. Like those
What's his
remixes
name?
where he like combines songs. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Oh,
yeah.
What do you think about
mashups,
people
they're
who
called, or
blow up
something?
from that? Like, I feel like they blow up and they do that on TikTok, but then they're not like necessarily playing venues. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
are they?
I
Like,
mean-
I don't know.
Well, some are. I mean, DJing when you do
Does that
when
open
you're
up
thinking about it,
opportunities for people?
it can. But it's like when you're doing TikTok, you have like 8 seconds essentially to do something, right? So they're trying to really capitalize on doing a lot of shit in that 8 seconds. But a lot of times when you see TikTok DJs when they're posting, that there's only so much you could do in an amount of time that really grab
it's
them.
usually the
And some-
lives that people that they get like gifts
Yeah.
and stuff from.
Yeah. Man, people are making bank on TikTok. And
Re-
it's if you're doing lives, yeah, I'm all for it. I mean, I know that's because you're actually DJing, There are people that just do clips of just where they're not really DJing, they're just like, this song is this song. Into this song. Into the that's not really DJing, but you're putting content that is very interesting for people to like, oh, okay, yeah, I didn't know that song was sampled from this song or this song. So it's like there's always going to be room for that. And if you do something creative, then I think that's awesome. And if it helped, there are people that are doing it and getting bookings from it and succeeding. But there's also people that are doing that and then you're putting them in a room and they don't know what to do. So like if you're using it to help you get bigger, then and if it helps, that's what social media is there for. Doing it, then you should be doing it. You should be doing it better and trying to come up with other ways to let people know who you are. Because if they at least, let's say they follow you because of this 8-second clip, and then they listen to your mixes on Mixcloud or on YouTube or something else, then you got another listener just because of that video. So I think there's definitely a pro for it. Yeah.
There used to be a while back. This website is down now, but I think it was called Turntable FM or something like that, which people would just basically do their inner DJs. You would enter a room and people would just DJ. You take turns DJing, quote unquote, playing the next song. And there was one in particular that I was very, very big fan of called Mashups, and they would do amazing mashups. One of them was like a Nirvana mashup with Tron music. Like, Tron from what were they called? Very famous people, the Neutron, the French guys.
Daft Punk.
Daft Punk. It was Daft Punk with Nirvana. It was amazing, right? Yeah. Okay, so real quick though, to respect your time though, can you play a set for us?
Oh, you want a whole set?
Or not a whole set? A quick 1 minute thing, I guess.
Play us out.
Yeah, play us.
Here,
No, we still got an hour, Yadu. You're still
Play himself out.
play himself out. Yes, play yourself out. There it is.
Hold on. Let me stand up here.
All right,
All right.
guys. This is
First
DJ
musical guest.
We're gonna have to mute this whole part for YouTube.
Yeah, this DJ. No, it's his music. I think it'll be fine.
Okay.
We'll
Yeah,
find
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want? I could just play.
Here's DJ Flipside on our tiny desk. Topical brings tiny
shit.
desk.
Got the lights and everything. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lights go to the music. So. Hold on 1 second, just like get this set up here.
Oh, he's grimesing it. He's grimesing it.
I got camera movements and everything.
Damn.
When I go
Yeah, dude.
I know that every chance I took was wrong. And we'll take it. 'Cause if you feel good, yeah, you're feeling alright. Ain't no doubt about it, can have a good time. But when you feel good, you cast your light. Yours all the power, it's so bright, so bright.
Tell me what you trying to do. Tell me what you trying to do. Tell me what you trying to do. It's a living right now. 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 It's a living right. It's a living right. It's a living right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Now.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Trying to do. About to have deja vu. So tell me what you're trying to do. So tell me what you're trying to do.
There you go.
There we
Dude, that was
go. That was awesome. I did. Sorry,
Oh,
did some of it cut off to you guys or not?
It was in and out. Like
First
the
second.
Yeah,
it
we're
sounded
gonna-
amazing, but it would occasionally cut out.
Oh,
but-
it sounded amazing. Yeah, for sure. We're gonna have to fix that. This is our first musical guest, by the way.
Yeah,
All right.
Flip, Salamat.
No. I'm getting the sound from
got you.
Discord.
Oh, could
Yeah. No, these are all.
that
These
could
are all. These are all growing pains for us too.
Yeah.
DJ Flipside. DJ Flipside. Thank you so
Yep.
much for joining us. Our first
you so
musical
much,
guest, by
Vince.
the way.
Hey, it was good
you-
being able to see
yeah.
you again and talk to you. It's been
Yes.
20
Dude,
years
we-
or so since I've seen you at a house party, and I think it was like Streamwood or something like that.
Yep.
And I remember seeing you,
dude.
and I was like, "Holy shit, man!"
Yes, me and JP go way back, and like, one of my first one of my memories of JP is he actually introduced me into Bohemian Rhapsody because
Oh, yeah.
he had seen Wayne's World
way.
before I did, and then he
Ah.
played it. He played it on the record. He
Sick.
played it on vinyl, and I was
Yep.
like, "What is this?" He's like, "This is from Wayne's World." And I was like, "Oh, okay, this is an interesting song." And then then I saw Wayne's World, like, "Oh!" So he actually
Great.
he broke that record for me. He
Dude.
introduced that song to me.
Bohemian
I forgot about
Rhapsody.
that.
Bohemian Rhapsody is my go-to karaoke song. Like to close
Karaoke?
out the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my go-to. I know every single like word from that song. It's great.
I mean,
Um,
you have to have a karaoke song. You have to have
You gotta
at
have
least
a karaoke
one.
machine. I got a karaoke machine with that song definitely on that.
Yes.
Yeah,
We gotta upload some of the
My,
songs in there
my
though.
karaoke.
Queen is a
Yeah.
good go-to.
yeah.
Yep. All right.
All right,
Well,
DJ Flipside, thank you so much. You are
Thank
first,
you.
just like oh man, just like Soundbar, you were their first like music person. You were our first music person. So just like Soundbar, we might rise.
yes. You'll continue.
yeah. All right. Thanks,
All right,
DJ.
guys. Thank you.
See you, man.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. See ya.
See you, dude. That was sick.
That was,
awesome.
dude. That was amazing. That was our first
Oh yeah.
musical guest for
Emmy
sure.
winner.
I was
Emmy
having
winner.
hella technical difficulties over here, my guy. I fucking popped the
Yeah,
bottle.
dude, your mic
open.
sound weird kind of at a point.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go get a drink. I'll be back.
Oh, so I'm already like 2 beers in. What's
How
up
did it
with you
sound?
guys?
How did it sound? Was it like too loud or what? Was it like?
No, his
No,
sound
it
was
like got
his,
quiet.
his sound
Oh,
was
I did lower it.
Oh, his sound.
yeah. With you got quiet. Yeah. No, when I was talking about flip side though, sometimes like his volume would peak and that we would lose a little bit of it.
Yeah.
And I know it's not on my side. I think it's on his side because like I was checking my mixer and his mixer never went beyond the red for me. Well, no, it went on red, but it got beyond. So I'm pretty sure it was on his side. Plus, I'm picking up the audio from Discord on his side. So
I kept losing
whatever.
sound because I was caught in the rain today, and I think these bad boys got really soaked.
Oh shit.
oh no,
Caught
This-
soaked.
this road's
soaked.
still going.
Bunch of
Roll
my
out your
neighbors, too.
headphones.
I was on the scooter. One of my neighbors on the scooter. When Nicole was on the bike, and I'm telling you, we were like soaked. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, this sucks. But I picked up
What time was that? Like,
just like 5, 4.
oh,
like,
a
no,
storm
6, like
came
6.
through. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Were you
I was
sleeping?
in the movie at that time. Nah.
Oh, you were with Joy watching the movie. Oh, with that your friend watching
Our
the
friend.
movie.
Yeah.
I don't want to like put her name out there. I don't know. She might be running away from the police. Who knows? They might be running away.
What? Actually, I think she's on chat, dude. Shut up.
Oh, shout out to Movie Watcher.
No, you don't say just shut up. Shut up.
Shout out. Shout outs.
Just shut the fuck up.
Shout out.
Anyway.
Shout out.
damn.
Shut the fuck up. We fight around here.
All right,
You know,
guys,
you know,
guys.
you know
Wait,
there's
wait,
fucking.
that drunk part
we,
was
hold
true,
on,
apparently.
we need more musical stuff like that, man. I think
Yeah, that
I
was
think
awesome.
that was awesome. That was great for sure. We're gonna set up a tiny desk. We should set up a tiny desk in Chicago. No, I'm
yeah.
serious. Yeah.
Mhm.
What the fuck's a tiny
Yeah,
desk?
You never seen Tiny Desk? I
You
can't.
know, with the
Well, here I'll show you the best one, which he mentioned it, or no, he didn't mention. I mentioned it, and he recognized that it's probably the best one. T-Pain's Tiny Desk. I'll send it to you. I can't play it here though.
Okay. T-Pain tiny desk.
Yeah.
IDK,
T-Pain Tiny
Tiny
Desk.
Desk. Who else?
Yeah, I
Uh,
watched it. He actually has a good like there's a what
There, I
channel
sent-
was it?
I sent it- I
Netflix.
sent
There
it-
was a
I sent it to
documentary on
Jeff.
him. It was
Who T-Pain?
yeah, it was about like the history of music, and there was a whole episode dedicated to him about auto tunes and how controversial it was when he first started doing it.
I think he did it right though. I think he definitely like.
Yeah,
I get it. Like some people like get annoyed because I think it becomes overused. I think that's the biggest problem. But
Mhm.
T-Pain definitely did it right. I love his music, and I'm actually pretty excited. Like Korn and T-Pain, those are my two that I'm definitely excited to see in Lollapalooza. So I'm definitely
Yeah.
going there now for sure.
I just got an interesting comment, guys. I'm gonna throw this out there. Someone said they should put Uno in casinos.
what? Where'd that come from?
I could see
I'm
that.
with that.
You know? I'm with that.
But isn't that crazy though? Like that's actually a
Like, what-
solid
how-
idea.
Like the person who wins gets everything, or like
Yeah, what would be the winning?
no,
like,
maybe there's like small, big, the largest pot, second pot, third pot, and then whatever. So like first Uno out takes a big portion.
What
and
about
then-
war?
No, see that doesn't make sense.
Oh, that's crazy. How do you declare war? Yeah.
I guess why it doesn't make sense is because mostly like games like blackjack,
Two
Texas
players,
Hold'em, and
too.
so on and so forth.
Yeah.
They're only like what 2 minutes, 5 minutes at most, or something like that each round. There's no rounds in Uno. It's like
Uno just goes
it's like,
to.
it's like adding Monopoly to Vegas. Or something
They should.
Oh my god.
There should be some long game. There should be
That'd be cool.
D&D there too. Fuck it. Why
Dude,
not?
we
D&D with the casino. I can't hear right now. My headphones are jacked. Hold on. Let me change my headphones.
video
Like,
games,
that's-
everything is money based. Like, yeah.
How would
Like-
you? Oh, hold on. How would you do How would you do D&D? Put money on D&D. How?
I hear you right now. I'm gonna answer the question about D&D. 1 second. Do this here. God dang it. These
So you can't really D&D.
Huh.
It would
Yeah.
have to be over in a couple hours. So like, I think the longest game you could probably do is like Risk.
Well, okay,
Those
so
could, those could go like 4 or 5 hours.
right, or like Othello, not Othello. Sorry, what's it called? What's the one?
Backgammon?
No, Catan.
Catan, yeah.
Catan, yeah,
Yeah, that could go a couple hours too.
yeah.
How? All right, cool. D&D. Yeah. Hell no, he don't know that plays. Bro, from the bottle is crazy work, bro. What was that, bro? What's that? That's water? Ah, okay. All right, because Topical Drinks does not advocate alcoholism despite the title, because that was wild. We just need the disclaimer there. Alcohol. What's that you say? Alpha. You guys ready for the big party Friday? JP, you got to come too. Can you come Friday? I know it's late as fuck right now. Late notice. God damn it. Oh, 4th grade birthday? Oh, 40th. Oh, cool. His birthday's also Friday? We're milestoning, dude. We're on the same. We're like, it's like an octave. He's like 10 away. A dectave? Yeah. All right, cool. I know what you're going to say. Oh, you said, wait. I know. But we're like modular 5 and 10 and 2, mod 10, 2. I live in the loop. Like in the loop. Oh, I meant, but my party's in River East. It's in River East, next to the River East 21 movie theater. Yeah. Are you going back home and then coming back? Okay. I'm dressing to the nines. I'm shooting. Wait, is that how you say it, guys? No, you don't have to wear a suit and tie, but you could wear. You should wear a suit though, because we're gonna do photos. And my cousin's coming with another camera as well, and so you guys can have two cameras in rotations. We can take tropical drinks photos. So JP, you should come for at least a photo shoot. You should come for at least a photo shoot. You gotta just measure yourself. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. In the past, you were like, in the past, you were like 7 years old, my guy. Like, what do you, like, I'm like, wait, in the past, like last week. Yeah, dry cleaning is an expense you have to get into if you go in that world. You know. You should be at least 750, I think. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, so good news. It's not my micro headset. It's the keyboard. Damn, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Oof, oof. Protect the cheeks. Protect the cheeks. Nah. That's crazy. What's going on, man? That's sad. Japan. That was Logan. Banned everywhere. Where do you go? Really, he is? Oh my god. Dude, I can't even hear you right now. I spilled champagne on my keyboard. Of course you did. Of course. That made it seem more conspicuous. Don't say anything. This guy. No. You're like googling. You ask ChatGTP. Blow my mind. We should. I think we should. Sponsored by Yadu. All we need is a microphone. Oh. And I'm sexy. Whoa. I never finish. I'm just kidding. I never finish. I'm just JK, guys. I finish at normal times. No, okay, keep going. Love it. Love it. I love the fun stories. Jesus, you could just say, I need to go, shine my shoes. You could have just, yeah. Okay. Hey, so what about those the Cubs? Wait, is it preseason right now? God damn. Wait, okay. I was confused about this. Okay, I felt like I was having a Mandela effect moment, dude. I could imagine. So remember Steve Bart? Of course you do, JP. But Yadu probably doesn't know who the fuck this guy is. Steve Bartman. Ever heard of his name before? God damn. He was a cancer to Chicago. But honestly, nice guy, I'm sure. It wasn't his fault. But the idea of him had disrupted Chicago's happiness for a little bit. But then we won, so it cured everything. He can come back, and you can use his normal name again. But anyhow, Steve, he is not about that. It's not about being a hate session on him at all. Whatever. I like the guy. Who was the player at the time? Who was the roster at the time? I'm imagining like this jacked, swole pitcher at the time. Was that Zambrano? Was it Carlos Zambrano who's a pitcher? Yeah. Who was his name of the pitcher? No. And then I Googled Zambrano, and he didn't look like the guy I'm imagining. No, Latino guy. Think about Latino guy who had veins in his arms and shit, and he was angry as hell, and he was very vocally angry. Not the one he disturbed, not Moises, but Latino, like swole looking. I think he was like the second-hand pitcher. I don't know. Of Cubs roster. Let me see. What year was that? You think 2008? No, 2003. Damn. How old are you, Yadu? Yeah. God damn! You were born when Steve Bartman was. Oh man, that's the first time you made me feel really old. Good. No, I mean like the second string. Like he wasn't like our starting like best guy. He was a second guy. But he looks different, don't I remember? I'm Googling how he looked in 2003 to see. Hold on. Oh, maybe it was him then. Yeah, he wasn't. Relief, exactly. Exactly. Oh, see, because my buddies are like, oh, you mean he's a fat guy, blah, 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 blah. And now I'm Googling him in 2003. He wasn't fat. He was a fit dude. Now he's like softer, rounder. I'm right there with you, Zambrano. I think because he used to do no. I know this is bad. No, I shouldn't say this. I'm sorry, Carlo. Offensive, all offensive sparring. No, you are gonna fight. He's defending. Yeah, to see if you can make a hit. You should actually go have him go against me, y'all do. No, 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 not technique wise, like y'all do said. Like it's actually, I'm still learning. You're not gonna make me hurt, but you're not. We're from around 6. I have a concert to go to tomorrow, but of course I'm preparing for my party as well. You, no, no. I'm like, that's so fucked up. That's fucked up. True, true. Preach. No, chat. It was kind of lit today, so that's good. The sound keeps breaking up for me. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Oh, we dressing up? We dressing up? I'm dressing up too. I'm gonna dress like a Sith character. Oh yeah, we C2E2 in this shit up, dude. That'd be all Disney. He's like, just so you guys know, just to make sure the shit that you just saw, it was not just some shit you just saw. It was the bus resort. Hey. You've been making that, y'all do? Of college? No, I think it was college because you went to art school, so he's in art school. Yeah, I knew it. We should do an event on C2E2 as well. And we can, Yadu. Remember, because Yadu, Jorge, we can walk up to people like the people who are there, the guests, like with microphone, camera, whatever, and just be like, hey, can you answer a few questions real quick? We can do that. Like a traveling microphone. I can put this on something and plug. Nah, this is not USB. DJI, yeah. Let's get prepared. We got a month. Andy's cool. I know. Oh yeah, I've seen the first 2 episodes, I think. I was the acting on Daredevil was amazing is kind of strong. I like where it's going. I haven't seen today's episode. The fir- Yeah, let's do it. Let's get them. Nah. Let's tell them that they're gonna like. We're gonna. Remember, because the guy from Back to the Future was there last time, and I got him on video. Hey, yeah, Yadu's there too. Let's get multiple shots. My wife. My wife. My wife. Hey, Yadu, what you bringing to the party, man? You bring anything or not? All the alcohol's for your party. You know what I need, dude? If you wanted to go pick up some, pick up a shit ton of crackers. I picked up 3.5 pounds of prosciutto today, 3 pounds of hard salami. That's wild, y'all, dude. We're live right now, my guy. We're live. He's kidding, guys. He's kidding. He loves to eat crackers. Oh, man. We just walk up to him. That's all we do. Hey, what's up? Are you willing to talk real quick on the video? You know, talk to some fans, people interested to see you right now. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? I don't, but I saw the picture. I do recognize it. Wait, they got RoboCop there. RoboCop. What you do? Saturday. You doing all 3 days? What's up for Saturday? Yeah. Wait, where? When? Wait, I can't hear you that just now. What? God damn it, I can't hear you again. My thing keeps going out. It spilled champagne on something. It keeps doing something. God damn it. I don't know what's happening. Okay, I can hear again. What was that? What did you say? God damn it, it went out again. Okay, I can hear again. I can hear again. No, I can't hear now. Are you guys muting yourselves? Are you guys fucking with me right now? Or what? Come on, man. The fucking champagne. Oh my god. I can hear. You can hear me now? Okay. My nuts. Wait, my nuts are not purple though. Come on, Mike. And I couldn't hear you guys either. Where are you going in July, dude? No, true. Klingon. That's super nerdy. Star Trek. Yeah. I know, dude. I know the. I know. This is what's his name? Spock. What's Spock's race? Gorgons. God damn it, we going full nerd. Vulcans, that's what I meant. So who speaks Klingon? The Klingonese speak Klingon? Who speaks Klingon? The Klingonese? Klingonese. Columbanese. Oh man. Yeah, and I got homework due at midnight, so I need to get the fuck off. Ugh. Huh? Spring break, spring. I know, yeah. Today was the last day of my Monday and Wednesday class. If you guys don't mind me doing my homework as well. Yeah, and yeah, go spend some time. Nice. That's been going on for a while, though. I don't think he's going to make it happen. But he was trying to shut down Department. I know. He was trying to close the federal. But does it mean... That's the way you said it. None of this is good. The Fed. Did you hear the Fed rate return today? I know. All right, let's end the stream. See you guys in the stream, but stay on the video. See you guys. Bye. Cheers to everyone. Cheers.